step into a world where springtime whispers through lace curtains and roses bloom beneath antique chandeliers. Today, we're exploring the Victorian Spring Romance aesthetic, an ode to delicate beauty, ornate details, and timeless charm. This season, let's bring grace and grandeur into every corner of our homes with soft florals, intricate lace, and vintage flair. The Victorian aesthetic is rooted in romanticism, luxury, and detail. Think rich textures, opulent silhouettes, and an appreciation for nature's delicate side. For spring, it evolves into something lighter. Rose motifs, ivory lace, pale pink hues, and gold-trimmed everything. It's like walking into a Jane Austen novel with a spring breeze. Victorian spring styling leans into an ethereal color palette. Think faded blush, dusty lavender, mint green, and pale buttercream. These shades feel like aged watercolors, timeless and soft. Use them as your base, layering more intricate patterns and textures for that signature Victorian depth and dreaminess. There's something inherently romantic about lace. Victorian homes adored it, from drapes to table linens to personal fashion. This spring, consider using lace runners on your table, lace-trimmed pillows on your couch, or even lace-lined lampshades. The goal? Gentle texture that adds vintage charm to your everyday. One hallmark of Victorian interiors is lush floral wallpaper. Today, you can bring in that old-world look with peel and stick options in botanical patterns. Choose faded roses, climbing ivy, or soft wisteria prints. Even a single accent wall transforms a space into a romantic Victorian escape. What would Victorian romance be without flowers? Fill your home with fresh blooms, roses, peonies, lilacs, or lily of the valley. Display them in cut glass vases, porcelain pitchers, or vintage teacups. Let your floral arrangements spill with natural elegance, capturing the wild grace of an English garden. Gold-framed mirrors, oval silhouettes, and intricate detailing. Victorian design loves a dramatic mirror. They reflect not just light but beauty. Hang a statement mirror above your mantel, layer smaller ones in a hallway, or place one behind a bouquet to double the visual magic. Nothing evokes Victorian ambience like the flicker of candlelight. Opt for candelabras, antique-style sconces, or crystal-draped candle holders. Use soft pink, ivory, or dusty rose taper candles to add a romantic glow during your evening hours. It's cozy, vintage, and beautifully moody. Spring is the perfect time to explore flea markets, antique stores, or online vintage shops. Seek out ornate picture frames, brass candlesticks, embroidered handkerchiefs, or Victorian cameo jewelry to display. These curated touches bring soul and story into your seasonal decor. Stack leather-bound or cloth-covered books on your coffee table or console. Old poetry collections or Victorian literature, like the works of Bronte or Tennyson, add character. Tie a few with lace ribbon or stack them beneath a vase for added romance. Victorians love their tea, and so do we. Showcase your delicate teacups, saucers, and ornate china. If you don't have a china cabinet, try floating shelves or tiered trays. These displays are perfect for both styling and spring entertaining. Your dining table is a stage for spring magic. Think lace tablecloths, floral centerpieces, silverware with scrollwork, and vintage glassware. Add name cards handwritten in cursive or tiny floral bundles at each place setting. Every meal becomes an occasion. Victorian gardens were whimsical and detailed, with wrought iron benches and trellises. Bring that look indoors with iron plant stands, vintage-inspired garden stools, or hanging metal lanterns filled with moss and candles. The effect is a blend of outdoor charm and indoor grace. Beyond fresh flowers, try dried blooms or herb bundles. Hang dried lavender in the kitchen, or place a pressed floral arrangement in an antique frame. These nods to Victorian apothecaries bring in a rustic, timeless quality, perfect for a subtle spring transition. Introduce floral patterns through curtains, throw pillows, or even reupholstered chairs. Look for rose prints, toile patterns, or chintz in pastel tones. The goal isn't to overwhelm but to blend comfort and art through fabric choices. Don't overlook beading, fringe, and tassels. Add them to curtains, lampshades, or throws. These soft touches add texture and Victorian flair without overpowering your space. It's all about layering visual interest with delicate materials. Use ornate gold or brass frames to showcase floral prints, vintage portraits, or romantic quotes. A gallery wall of Victorian-inspired art can become a focal point, turning a blank space into a poetic storybook. Create mini vignettes with handwritten letters, vintage postcards, or love poems. Frame them, clip them to twine, or leave them casually in trays. These little whispers of history add soul and authenticity to your decor. Your bedroom can become a springtime retreat with just a few touches. A lace canopy, floral quilt, or tufted headboard instantly sets the scene. Add a vintage vanity with perfume bottles or a tray with dried rose petals for that boudoir elegance. Victorian homes love to display curiosities, small, treasured finds. Use a glass cabinet or wall shelf to show off tiny vases, crystals, vintage buttons, or miniature books. Think of it as your personal museum of romance. Add a subtle soundtrack to your decor. A vintage record player, music box, or piano, if you have one, can be styled beautifully. Play classical melodies or old-time ballads to enhance the atmosphere. Music is the final, invisible layer of ambience. Welcome guests with a Victorian-inspired foyer. Add a lace-draped table, a bowl of dried rose petals, a floral umbrella stand, and a vintage mirror. A candle or essential oil diffuser in a rose or lavender scent seals the sensory experience. Layering is key in Victorian spring decor. Think lace over linen, velvet over cotton, or ruffled pillows on tufted seating. Mixing textures gives your home that collected, curated look, refined, yet warm and full of character. Victorian decor is deeply emotional. It's about cherishing memories, honoring beauty, and celebrating love. Whether it's a locket from your grandmother or a hand-picked floral arrangement from your garden, choose pieces that hold meaning this season. That's where true romance lives. Victorian Spring Romance is more than just a style. It's a feeling. It's the warmth of candlelight on lace, the scent of fresh roses in a teacup, and the quiet poetry of a well-loved space. Embrace the ornate, the delicate, and the timeless. This spring, let your home bloom in beauty and memory.